What's up, everybody? This is MJ, and welcome to our Tuesday night training broadcast. Hope you're having a fabulous week. And today's topic is probably going to catch your eye because this is what most people have a lot of questions about when they are trying to launch a business, especially in the online space, but also to just open a business in general in any space. And that is, what is the simplest way for me to kind of break through all of the noise and get rid of all the complexity and really just know what are those secret sauces, that secret weapon that's going to help me to build my business and give me an edge over my competition. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The 4-part secret weapon that I discovered after years of serial business starting. You know, I've always worked in corporate America, but I was always starting some business on the side, right? And after doing that for probably 20 years off and on, I finally figured out the things that are going to give you, at the time, give me a magical edge over my competition to get me where I am now. And I see all the mistakes that I made before that wasted a lot of time and a lot of money. So if you follow the step-by-step approach that we're going to be talking about today, you will literally repel failure, which is what many of you are afraid of. I hear a lot about fear of failure. You're going to repel failure and attract or draw to yourself the ability to succeed in any space that you put yourself into. But before we talk about the 4-part secret weapon, we're first going to talk about the old way of building a boutique, of launching a retail space. And if you see me looking over to the side, I'm looking at my slides. I normally have my slides up when I'm doing this, so I'm going to be kind of looking over there to keep me on track. But the main way, the old way of doing business, of starting a retail shop, a boutique, is what I call luck hustling. This is where you do all of this stuff. You're all over the place. You're all over social media. You're all over in all these different locations in your local community, to get something to hit, right? And you're not really focusing on a specific game plan, anything that you're focused on. And you're just hoping that something's going to magically hit. If you just do it enough, you cross your fingers and get lucky. That's why I call it luck hustling. And while it can seem like a clever idea to just be everywhere and have your stuff all over the place and just be showing up wherever people are, that makes it impossible for you to reach the people you're trying to reach with your marketing. It's not about the broad strokes. It's about getting down and niching down and finding the people who are going to want what you have and getting it right to them, because everybody's not going to want what you have. So let's break down what usually happens when somebody tries to launch a shop without the proper know-how, without the proper guidance, without having a plan, and without having a system. So first, you start off like where most of you probably are with your shop. You have a great hobby or some kind of product that you want to monetize, right? Usually your friends and family are saying, yeah, girl, you need to start a store. Or maybe you just tell that to yourself. I have a great product. It works for me, and I want to sell it to other people. And then you kind of start doing what I call selling out of your car trunk. Now, maybe you physically aren't selling out, but you're doing something where it's not formal. You haven't actually started a business. You're just kind of letting people know I have this product, and you're kind of selling it, you know, catch as catch can. Whenever somebody asks for it, or whenever you're out and about, you kind of sell it out of the trunk of your car. Well, one thing I do want to say is that so many people feel like they're going to build this huge business, this successful business based on word of mouth. And word of mouth does not work. Not saying that you can't ever make a sale because somebody told somebody, but let's face it, the businesses that you shop from, they don't depend on word of mouth. That's why you see things come in the mail. That's why they have commercials. That's why they have billboards. That's why they have frequent customer loyalty programs. They have all these things to remind you to buy from them. Why? They're not depending on somebody else to do their job for them. So word of mouth ends up not working. We're talking about luck hustling right now. We're talking about the way that doesn't work. Then you start bugging your friends and family to buy. And I've actually heard a lot of unfortunate would-be entrepreneurs say, oh yeah, my friends and family, they're all going to buy from me. Right. Well, first off, most people's friends and family, even if you have a ginormous family of 100 people, chances are that whatever product you're selling is not something that all of them are going to want. Number one. Number two, people mean well, right? But their objective in life or their focus in life is not on keeping you in business. And while they might at first buy something from you at first, you can't depend on your friends and family to be your only customers, right? They'll do it to be nice, to help you start out, and then that'll be it. So you start bugging them to buy. You're on social media, you're spamming your Instagram, you're on your personal profile, which, by the way, Facebook does not like anymore. You can get shut down for that. But the next thing you do, we talked about spamming social media, then you get caught up with these money-sucking internet gurus. These are the people that have all these ads and they've got videos on YouTube and all this other stuff saying, we're going to show you how to take one little idea and turn it into $1 million in 5 minutes, right? And everybody wants things to come more easily and without the difficulty. But what I'm here to tell you is that building a business is very challenging. Building a business is not going to be a get-rich-quick scheme or an overnight success. And you got to be careful. If it's easy to get it, it's going to be easy to lose it. But these money-sucking internet gurus is what I call them. They will have you convinced that all it takes is this one little marketing thing. If you just do this one thing, or you just use this one technique, and that's going to send the sales rolling in. But you're looking for consistency over the long haul. But these money suckers, they're going to take your money, but guess what? They're not going to be there when their idea that they taught you about doesn't work. They're not going to be there to answer your questions in midnight when you're frustrated and can't get things to move forward. But they always are very compelling because they make it seem like you're not going to need my help. All you have to do is do what I'm telling you to do, and it'll work for you. I promise it will. You don't need my help. Well, chances are you're going to need their help, and they're not going to be there. And then there's all these random marketing ploys that people use. Everybody gets excited about the next hot thing, the next hot platform, the next hot gimmick, the next hot thing. You know, it's launches, it's going on TikTok, it's this and that. And I'm not saying that there are no marketing platforms that do work. Obviously there are. That's why you're watching this video right now. However, you have to be really careful about these random marketing ploys that all promise to be the next great thing. That goes hand in hand with the money-sucking internet gurus because they're usually selling information about the random marketing ploys. But you don't need just another piece of information. If you've been out here for any amount of time using this luck hustling approach, you're already frustrated and you realize it's not just information that you need more of. You need something that's going to transform your experience as a hopeful retail entrepreneur so that you can launch a successful shop that's actually going to be profitable and that doesn't take 20, 30, 40 years for you to build it. So after the random marketing ploys, luck hustling then falls into stockpiling inventory that you cannot sell. I can't tell you how many times I meet people who fell for some of these ploys or didn't know that these other ways we're talking about right now don't work, and they've spent all their hard-earned money on inventory because they were so sure if I just buy more of it and have more of it on hand, surely my friends and family will tell everybody and they're going to come buy it. Or I can sell this at this event, or I can do this. I can go on Instagram. I can go on TikTok. I can go on LinkedIn. And you stuck with all this inventory that you can't sell. Why? Because this luck hustling approach is not giving you a systematic step-by-step way to logically monetize your amazing product or hobby, which you started out in the beginning. So now you get all this stuff. I talked to one woman recently. She had about $2,000 worth of inventory sitting in her closet. And I felt that it was so unfortunate because it was probably a great product, but she had no idea how to turn that great product into a profitable boutique. So she was stuck with it in her closet and she was stuck not knowing how to move it. So now you got all this stuff sitting around your house that you can't move. And then you've got these do-it-yourself websites that are radio silent, right? There's nothing happening. So you set up your Wix site, or you set up your WordPress, or you set up whatever. I need you to know that with hundreds of millions of websites on the internet, that you starting a website is not going to do anything to help you have a profitable boutique. Not at all, especially if that's the first thing you're doing. Building a website or paying somebody to do a website for you, which is not necessary, should be way down the list of things you need to be doing if you want to build a profitable boutique that stands the test of time and helps you stand out from your competition. But a lot of new people do not know that. So you've got this DIY website that's sitting out there and nobody's going to it. Why would they? You have not actually done what it takes to actually get people to go to your site to buy. But again, we're talking about luck hustling, which is what I call it. That does not work. And then for those of you who have ventured out into a retail space with actual physical location, so you're not just online, you've got a rental space with no traffic. Talked to a woman a few months ago who was renting a space. I think it was like $1,500 a month or something insane. She had not made any money and she had been paying this rent for like a year. She just saw a retail space, got excited about it with no plan, no guidance, no idea what she would do once she got in there. And she just started renting it, wasted a lot of money. I think she was about 50 grand in the hole when I met her. And she had no idea how to get traffic into her space that she was renting. And so what we're talking about right now is all the ways that don't work. And then after you've done all this stuff, you've been selling out of the trunk of your car. You've thought that word of mouth was going to send the sales rolling in, and it didn't. Friends and family, I won't say they let you down. They were never a good target market for you to begin with. They are not going to be the customers that's going to get you to the 6 or 7 figure level. You've been spamming your social media. You follow gurus, so-called gurus. I should be using air quotes. They're not gurus. They don't know what they're talking about, and they're not going to be there for you when you need help. You've tried all these random marketing ploys. You got a bunch of inventory you can't sell. Your website is ghost town, and if you are renting space or using somebody's space, there's nobody coming to it. And now there's a fear of failure and questioning your idea and questioning yourself, which is so unfortunate because it wasn't your idea. Remember, we started out with a great hobby or a product that you know you could monetize. And now you're afraid of failure because all of these things that haven't worked have heightened your fear about your whole idea being bad. Maybe you should just stay stuck in your cubicle prison. Maybe you should just stay stuck punching a time clock, collecting a check every 2 weeks and building somebody else's dream and sending their grandkids to college. It has you doubting yourself. And so now you're questioning your whole idea. Should I even be an entrepreneur? Am I cut out for this because I keep failing? I'm still only making $200 in the last 3 months and things like that. That's not going to help you to get free from the 9-to-5 grind. And so it has you questioning yourself, and you stay trapped in the cycle. And the cycle continues on and on and on. Meanwhile, life is passing you by. Meanwhile, your kids don't have a college fund. Meanwhile, you're still stuck with that boss that doesn't respect you or who doesn't appreciate you, who's underpaying you by 50% or more, who, you're stuck in this situation where you're not feeling fulfilled. That's what luck hustling will get for you. It's going to get you stuck in that same vicious cycle of having a great product that you can monetize and create the life of freedom and income flexibility that you want, but you don't know how. That's what luck hustling will do for you. Isn't that crazy? So with this old way, no wonder 3 out of every 4 boutiques shut their doors in the first several years. And again, we're talking about online shops and physical shops, because don't get it twisted. Just because you're online does not make it easier. There are some advantages such as lower overhead, but quite frankly, if you're not selling anything, it doesn't matter how low your overhead is, you're still going into the hole. You need something that's going to work. This old way, this luck hustling, as I call it, it's the fast track to failure and giving up on your dreams of owning a boutique altogether. Pretty clear that it's time for you to stop this dead end cycle now and level up to a better way. So since the old way doesn't work, what's the alternative, and how can you avoid falling victim to luck hustling? The new way is what I call the Shop Start formula. It is a super simple 4-step formula. It's a clear blueprint to launch a lucrative boutique that the market will rave about and prep your boutique to scale fast. And the 4 steps are simple. They start out with design. The second step is create. The third step is engage. And the 4th step is serve. Design, create, engage, and serve. DCES. Those are your 4 steps to what I call the Shop Start formula. See, this is what I discovered after years of doing it the old way. I discovered a much better way. So first, you're going to design your brilliant offer. That means whatever your amazing product or service is, or product or hobby that you want to monetize. But you know what? It's not enough just to say, I have this product and I want to sell it. You have to really be able to tap into who wants what you have and where are they, and what should your offer be about to attract them to you and make them want to buy what you have. That's all a part of designing your brilliant offer and knowing why you want to do what you want to do and where you want things to go. It's not just about saying, oh, I have a great skin cream that I created. Let me just create a website. Designing your brilliant offer as a part of the 4-part Shop Start formula means that you have a holistic approach to making sure that what you want to sell truly is market worthy and market ready. And then you're going to create an appealing boutique that people are going to be able to find, that they're going to be able to interact with. Super simple, super easy, so that make transactions with you simple. And you only want the people coming to your boutique who want what you have. You don't want everybody, because everybody doesn't want what you have. So when you create your appealing boutique, this is the second step of the Shop Start formula. You know how to attract who you want, repel who you don't want, and create transactional experiences that are easy, that are pleasing for the person, and that give you the income that you want. And then you want to engage with your eager market. Now that you have a boutique that's up and ready to go, you have to go find the people that want what you have. It's that simple. You have something great. It's not for everybody. No product is for everybody outside of air in your lungs. No product is for everybody. And so being able to engage with your market in a way that has them falling over top of themselves so that they can buy what you have. That's the third step. And then the fourth step is serving your devoted tribe. Again, you don't need everybody to buy from you. There's never going to be a time everybody buys from you. No store has that. You just need your tribe of loyal buying customers who want what you have and who buy it over and over. And if you have a product that a person won't necessarily buy over and over, these people will become ambassadors for you to help draw other people to you. It's different from word of mouth when you have devoted ambassadors, because now they're speaking from a place of authority, a place of experience, and can draw others to you because they are excited about what you have. So that's the four-step Shop Start formula. It's kind of a tongue twister, but I love it. Design a brilliant offer, create your appealing boutique, engage your eager market, and serve your devoted tribe. That's all it takes. You don't have to do all that other stuff we talked about earlier. None of that stuff matters. All you got to do is these four things, and your boutique will become a household name. So if you use this new way, if you use the Shop Start formula, you will save thousands of dollars and years of wasted time and energy. Your fear of failure will literally evaporate, and it's going to be replaced by confidence in your own abilities. And then customers will flood through your doors, whether it's a website, whether it's physical store, or both. Merchandise will be flying off the shelves as your boutique, like I said, becomes a household name. But if you don't, if you choose to stay stuck in luck hustling and just hoping if you cross your fingers and do enough stuff and spend enough time, it's just going to work out. You always have that nagging feeling that you're missing something in your business, because guess what? You will be missing out. You'll end up squandering money on bad advice. Remember those money-sucking internet gurus I told you about? Bad advice. You'll be spending money on overhead unnecessarily, excess inventory that you can't sell. And that ultimately can lead you to having to close your doors way before you need to, or even not be able to get your doors open to begin with. And worst of all, here's the worst part. Most people who want to start a boutique like you, they are not happy being employees. You either have an entrepreneurial spirit or you have an employee spirit. No shade. I was an employee for years, but I never had the employee spirit. I was always meant to do my own thing. And that's why I'm in a place where I am now. And that's probably what you are sensing as well, that you were made for more. It's not just about money. It's about the time, the flexibility, the ability to make your ideas come to life. It's about not having to answer to somebody and prove yourself, not because you don't know how to work with others, but because you're tired of the rat race. So if you choose to ignore the new way, the easier, simpler way, and continue to go through luck hustling and hope that it works out, cross your fingers, you will stay trapped in your cubicle prison indefinitely while your dreams of having a boutique simply die on the vine. You have got to use this secret weapon that we've been talking about today. You have got to simplify, go back to basics, design, create, engage, and serve. It's that simple. All this other stuff they're talking about on these YouTube videos and all these websites and all these Facebook groups, I'm telling you, I'm in those groups. I look at the videos and I just shake my head, because they're either making it harder than it needs to be, or they only know a little itty bitty piece of the process. And if it doesn't work, which it won't, because you can't take a puzzle and then just have one piece of it and think you're going to see the whole picture. So they're going to give you one little piece of the puzzle. And when that doesn't work, they're not going to be anywhere to be seen. They're not going to be there to answer your questions. They're not going to be there to give you the full picture of how to go from idea to your freedom. Because here's what else is true. There's some people out here operating these shops online who are still working day jobs. That's not necessarily their dream, but they don't know how to scale. They don't know how to get it beyond what it is that they are at right now to get to where they can walk away from their job, not scared the ground's going to open up under them, but with confidence and the certainty that they are building their business on a solid foundation. If you missed my conversation, was it last Tuesday? Last Thursday, we talked about laying a solid foundation as opposed to building your house, your business, your boutique on shifting sands. So when you use the Shop Start formula, you're going to have that solid foundation. You're not just going to be guessing, am I going to be able to bring the sales in consistently month after month after month? You will be systematically setting up your business to succeed and not just be a hobby. Just because you have a product to sell and you sold a little bit of it does not mean that you are in business. It just means you have a hobby that you make money off of. That's not the same thing. When you have a real business, it is set up to get you to the point where that's all you do. And for those of you who are out here and you want to make it to where your boutique is all you do, the products that you have are all you want to do. You don't want to be punching a clock. You don't want to have to go in there and play the politics, play the office mind games, and all that nonsense that happens in the private sector, in corporate America, and government, wherever you work. If you have something in you that won't let you give up on your dream, but you're scared to fail, you're scared because you don't know what the steps are to build success, and you've tried everything out there, and you still have not gotten to where you want to be, then I invite you to reach out and book a call with me. Why me? Because I know what the Shop Start formula is about, and I know how to implement it and help you to implement it in your life so that you have a simple business model that's going to move quickly and consistently and steadily towards your success. So book your free breakthrough interview with me right now if you feel like you are ready now to move forward in your boutique. We're not talking about dabbling and I'll be ready at the end of the summer. I want to do it next year. If you are sick and tired now, let's have a conversation. www.melaniehunter.com/chat. That's Melanie Hunter with 2 L's.com/chat. This is not for dabblers. This is for people who are serious about getting your freedom now. You're sick of wasting money on inventory that you can't sell. You're sick of wasting time building somebody else's dream and sending their grandkids to college and sending them to Dubai. You want to go to Dubai, but you can't afford it. But you know, if you could monetize your business and get to where you work only for yourself, you will have the time and the income to book your own trips as opposed to the CEO of your company going with your money that you're making for him. So let's have a conversation. It starts with a determination to change your situation. I know you might be scared. You might know that if you talk to me, it's going to be game time. It's going to be time for us to go. There's not going to be any more time to talk. And that's okay. The call is free. And we're going to have a conversation about what is it you want? Where are you stuck? Where do you want to go? And let's move forward now. If we're fit to work together, we'll get you started right away. If not, I will steer you to what I feel will work best for you because I can't help everybody. Everybody's not a fit. Everybody ain't able, as I like to say. So, but if you think that, if you know for sure that now is the time that you struggled for 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, your whole life with this dream, and you're still stuck pushing papers out across the desk for somebody else, let's have a call. Let's have a conversation. Your boutique is not going to grow because you dream about it. It's going to grow because you use a systematic approach like the Shop Start formula to start your shop. That's what it's going to take. But it's going to first start with you making a decision that you're tired of talking and you're ready to be about it. So book your call right now, melaniehunter.com/chat. Be sure to fill out the application that pops up afterwards, because only those who are serious are going to move forward. Answer the question. It's real simple, but I need you to follow those instructions so you can get the most value from our time together to find out, is now the time for you? And is this the way that's going to get you to your dream of owning your amazing freedom boutique? It's been my pleasure to share with you today about the 4-part Shop Start formula and how simple it is to get to the clients that you, or the customers that you want, and create the lifestyle you want by selling your amazing product to them every day. I look forward to speaking with you again later this week with another amazing training topic, but you don't have to wait on that. You can get on the phone with me in the next couple of days. I've opened up some time on my calendar to talk to you right now about building the dream that you say is that you're serious about. So MelanieHunter.com/chat. It's been my pleasure sharing with you. Look forward to speaking to you, and I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.